Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Pavan Harinam Sankirtanayik ki jai. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Who is online? Can you see the screen of the Bhajan Vibhavari Sesha?
Yes, sir. We are able to see.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Thank you everyone for joining.
Prabhuji, we see agenda screen.
Welcome back, Shankar Prabhu from Haridwar. I thought you'll come back in saffron dress.
Now we are able to see agenda screen, sir.
You are able to see agenda screen. Every week it happens to me. Huh? I am not able to do that one. I need some help from you. Hare Krishna, can you see my screen? Vibhavari Sesha?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Vibhavari Sesha, Aloka Pravesa, Nidra Chadi Utho Jiva. Vibhavari Sesha, Aloka Pravesa, Nidra Chadi Utho Jiva. Bolo Hari Hari Mukunda Murari Rama Krishna Hare Kriva. Bolo Hari Hari Mukunda Murari Rama Krishna Hare Kriva. Vibhavari Sesha Aloka Pravesa Nidra Chadi Utho Jiva. Bolo Hari Hari Mukunda Murari Rama Krishna Priva. Narasimha Vamana Srimadhusudana Rajendra Nandana Shama. Narasimha Vamana Srimadhusudana Rajendra Nandana Shama. Bhutana Hatana Kaitava Satana Jaina Rama. Bhutana Hatana Kaitava Satana Jaya Dasarati Rama. Yeshoda Govinda Gopala Vrindavana Purandara. Yeshoda Govinda Gopala Vrindavana Purandara. Gopuriyajana Radhika Ramana भुवन सुंदर बाला भूमि क्रीडायन राधिका रावण भुवन सुंदर बाला रावणांतकर मथन तस्कर गोपीजनावस्त्राणि रावणांतकर मथन तस्कर गोपीजनावस्त्राणि ब्रजराधन गोपवृंदावन चित्तहरि वंशीधारी ब्रजराधन गोपवृंदावन चित्तहरि वंशीधारी योगीन्द्र वंदन श्रीनंदनंदन ब्रजना भयहारी योगीन्द्र वंदन श्रीनंदनंदन भयजना भयहारी नवीन नीरद रूप मनोहर मोहन बिहारी नवीन नीरद रूप मनोहर मोहन बिहारी यशोधनंदन कंसनिशोधन निकुंजराजविराजी यशोधनंदन कंसनिशोधन निकुंजराजविराजी कादम्बकानन रसपरायण मानस चंद्र वृंद विपीन निवासी कादम्बकानन रसपरायण वृंद विपीन विहासी आनंदवर्धन प्रेम निकेतन फूलरसराजो आनंदवर्धन प्रेम निकेतन फूलरसराजो गोपांगनागन चित्तविमोहन समस्त गुणगण गोपांगनागन चित्तविमोहन समस्त गुणगण जमुमजीवन केळि परायण मानस चंद्र चकोरा यमुनाजीवन केळि परायण मानस चंद्र चकोरा नाम सुधारस गाओ कृष्णायस राखो वचन मन मोरा नाम सुधारस गाओ कृष्णायस राखो वचन मन मोरा इवरि शेषा आलोका प्रावेशा निद्राचारी उदोजीवा इवरिशेषा आलोका प्रावेशा निद्राचारी उदोजीवा बोलो हरि हरि मुकुंद मुरारी राम कृष्ण हरि देवा बोलो हरि हरि मुकुंद मुरारी राम कृष्ण हरि देवा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Vibhavari Sesha, Aloka Prabhavesa, Nidra Jhadi Udhojli Lila, Vibhavari Sesha, Aloka Prabhavesa, Nidra Jhadi Udhojli Lila, Bolo Hari Hari, Mukunda Murari, Rama Krishna Hare Bolo Hari Hari, Mukunda Murari, Rama Krishna Hare Rama, Vibhavari Sesha, Aloka Pravesa, Mitra Chadi Utho Diva. Hare Krishna. Are you seeing the screen? Namo Vishnu Padaya.
Yes, sir.
Namo Vishnu Padaya, Krishna Prashnaya Bhutale, Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Tinamini, Namaste Saraswati, Navidvacharini, Nirvisesha Sunyavadi, Paschatya Deshatarine, Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadara, Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalaakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadanti Sva Padantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Guru Vaishnavasya Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathānvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Pada Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakānvitamsya He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dīnabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Krupa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gauravanta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrutyam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudinaye Nashta Prayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Sloke Bhaktir Bhavatir Naishiki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gauratvishe Namaha Namaline Namah Pankaja Netraya Namaste Pankajangraye Namo Brahmanya Devaya O Brahmana Hitaya Cha Jagat Hitaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namaha Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Vajanaravindra Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai Bhagavad Gita Parayanam Ki Jai Hare Krishna, thank you all for coming. Thank you all for tolerating me every week. Right. So, with Krishna's blessings, we completed 5th chapter and we are going to start 6th chapter today. 6th chapter is all relating to Dhyana Yoga. But for us, everything is Bhakti Yoga. This is one criticism on Srila Prabhupada of the people who come from other Sampradayas. They say, Prabhupada, why did you include Bhakti Yoga in everything? Karma Yoga also you are explaining like Bhakti Yoga. Dhyana Yoga you are explaining like Bhakti Yoga. This is a common criticism. But Prabhupada is crystal clear. Eventually I want to bring you into Bhakti Yoga. He is very clear. He knows that in Kali Yuga, it is very difficult for us to follow Jnana Yoga. We cannot do Ashtanga Yoga. All these things are very difficult. So that's why if you read Bhagavad Gita book from other Sampradayas, non-Vaishnava Sampradayas, like Ashtanga Yoga is explained as Ashtanga Yoga only. But Prabhupada in the paragraphs below purport, he says, this you and I cannot do, so we will do Krishna Bhajan. He'll make it very clear in every sloka below, in the purport if you are reading. My humble request to each one of you is, please read the purport after going home. Because if you are missing that one, we'll never read that one. And the real nectar is in the purport. I know the real nectar is in the purport, but I'm not able to take it. Then our classes will go eternally. Because if you read, because sometimes there are 2 pages of purport. If you read that, discuss, have comments, we'll do 4 slokas a week. So I know there is no syllabus, there is no urgency, but at least I wanted to cover in certain rhythm so that manaki connect also. We'll be able to connect back to us. Already I wanted to do how do we connect to previous chapters. We are not missing out on that one. We'll have to do that one as well. So, Murahari Prabhu, we are missing you in person nowadays. Vasantra Prabhu is also, yes, he sent a message that he is not there this week. Hare Krishna Mataji. So, Mataji, we missed you for a few weeks. Your father is, your mother, right? Is all well? Better? Hare Krishna. So, chapter 5 is also a continuation of the Karma Yoga. It is karma, it is practicing Krishna consciousness, as Srila Prabhupada has explained. So, thank you, Loka Mataji, for sharing the beautiful summary each week, irrespective of, without attaching to the results, whether somebody is reading or not. Don't read that. Correct. Yes. If you think that whether people will read or not, I am putting so much effort in making the summary. Why should I do? Only 4 people read. Out of them, only 1 person put like. If you start thinking like that, in Kali Yuga, we will not be able to do anything.
Doing job without expectations.
Doing
job without expectations.
Yes. Especially Bhakti.
Practical.
Especially Bhakti. Job anyway we cannot do without expectations. If our boss says, do your work, but I will not pay you salary, we will not say, okay, that's Krishna Arpanamastu. We can't say that we'll immediately resign that job and look for some other job. where our boss is going to send salary at any cost on the last Friday of the month or 30th of the month, last working day of the month. Right? So every month, the last date's little sensitive for us, making sure that payroll runs. There is no delay, there's not even one single day delay.
That's tedious.
Huh?
So tedious.
It is very tedious, but we have to deduct tedious. Right. So Arjuna starts 5th chapter asking, should I stop working or work for Krishna? Renunciation or work for Krishna? So Krishna says, you cannot do renunciation. You and I cannot do renunciation. Of course, Krishna can do, but he's talking like you and me. So మనం సంసారంలో ఉంటూ మనకి వైరాగ్యం చాలా కష్టం. అందుకని మనం భగవంతుడి మీద భారం వేసి ఆయన మీద భక్తితోటి ఆయన మీద వదిలి మనం ముందుకెళ్ళాలి. So for us, the path Krishna is giving is keep doing your work, do not have attachments, and continue your work. Because if every Saturday I start thinking how many people are coming, I keep this message, people still don't even say whether they are coming or not. 27 to 30 people click. Another 30 people I don't know. I have to fall at their feet for their consistency in not even clicking, seeing all their messages. I don't know. It won't touch their hearts also. All I'm asking is please click whether you are. And I am giving this option that I am not attending. If that option is not there, you might find it sensitive. Still, a lot of people find it not to even click that one. So only I have to touch their feet and ask, please keep letting us know. So if I start thinking like that, I'll be motivated. I am coming from 20 kilometers, getting up at 5:30, sorting out everything, trying to be here by 10 to 7. Why should I come? Then I cannot do this seva. If I start thinking like that, I cannot do this seva. Who's going to come? My consciousness should be that this is my service to Prabhupada. This is my service to the community. No, not that way. I am telling to myself that this is the consciousness without which I cannot come week after week to do these sessions. All of you have a choice to say this week I am not coming. I don't have much choice to say this week I am not coming. So Krishna is saying Karma Yoga is the true renunciation. Doing the work without expecting anything in return and working for Krishna is the real renunciation. If that is the renunciation, we all need to practice his mind. And Krishna has introduced 2 controversial topics last week. He said soul is not the doer and I am not the doer. I means Krishna. So those 2 slokas were like little bouncers to me when I read before. And then soul is not responsible, you are not responsible, then who is responsible? Body is not responsible because body is going to die soon, then who is responsible? So Krishna clarified that we are doing all these things because when we come in contact with the material world, 3 modes of material nature, that means sattva rajas tamo guna. ఈ సత్వరజస్ తమో గుణాలకి ఎప్పుడైతే మనం మానవ శరీరం తీసుకుంటామో ఈ సత్వరజస్ తమో గుణాలతో కనెక్షన్ వస్తుందో అప్పుడు ఇమీడియట్ గా కోరికలు అన్ని బయటకు రావటం, ఆ కోరికల కోసం యాక్షన్స్ చేయటం, ఆ యాక్షన్స్ కోసం కర్మ రావటం, ఆ కర్మ అనుభవిస్తానికి మళ్ళీ శరీరం తీసుకోవటం, ఈ సైకిల్ కంటిన్యూ అవుతుంది. తెలుగులో సామెత ఉంది, అడుసు తొక్క నేల కాలు కడగనేల. ఎనీబడి హర్డ్ దిస్ వన్? Okay, అడుసు తొక్క నేల means it is a typical Godavari type language. What is the need to put your feet in mud and then wash it? If you have not even put your feet in the mud, you don't need to even wash it. Adusu tokkanela, kalu kadaganela. Adusu ante, it's like wet mud. So we are exactly like that. So what is the need to take birth? Yes, we have taken birth because we want to enjoy without Krishna. And throughout our life, we are talking about enjoyment without Krishna. It is because of Prabhupada's mercy, he told us, don't think to enjoy separately from Krishna, connect everything to Krishna and enjoy your life. So long as we want to enjoy separately from Krishna, we continue to suffer. Right? If you are trying to take the fruits of your boss, you are working for a company, the profits if you are trying to steal, the property of the company if you are trying to steal, and you want to consider that this is mine, it is considered as an offense against the terms and conditions of the employment. But if you are working for the betterment of your boss, and in return you are getting your own share, then it is Krishna consciousness. Just put the boss as Krishna. That's very simple as that. You are working for Krishna, you are working for his benefit. In the process, you are getting something in return which Krishna is giving. Take that and let us be happy. That is what Krishna is telling. And he also says, the material pleasures are temporary. ఈ భౌతికమైన ఆనందాలు తాత్కాలికమైనవి. కానీ మన మనస్సు ఎప్పుడు ఈ భౌతికమైన ఆనందాన్ని ఆనందిస్తాం కోసమే ఆలోచిస్తూ ఉంటాం. వీఆర్ ఆల్వేస్ థింకింగ్ అబౌట్ హౌ టు ఎంజాయ్ ద మెటీరియల్ ప్లెషర్స్. సో yesterday I was hearing something, there was this conversation about material pleasures and young people and material pleasures. So what is today's material pleasure? Eat what you want, drink, do whatever you want, at whatever time you want. Antena material pleasure means eat, drink, and do whatever you want, at whatever time you want, and any place you want. That is enjoyment. That is a simple explanation of the enjoyment. Yeah. 1 o'clock, you want to feel like eating a creamstone ice cream, you can order and eat because the facility is there. 2:30, you want to eat biryani, you can order and eat. You have money, you have Swiggy, and your community don't stop the Swiggy guy to come and deliver at 2:30. So you have all the facilities, you'll enjoy. But is it the right time or not? Is it good to eat at 2:30 or not? This is all what Shastra is talking about. So long as you think, why should I listen to Shastra? We continue to suffer. If we think I should listen to Shastra, that means we should listen to body, we should listen to health, then we are in a better shape. That's how material pleasures are temporary. We are here to enjoy, and Krishna is telling this place is not a place of enjoyment. This is a place of suffering. Dukkhalayam ashashvatam. Huh?
Time for Alfonso mangoes.
Time for Alfonso mangoes. Yes. Yes. So we'll start having mangoes on Sunday mornings going forward. So we are thinking that this place is to enjoy. But Krishna is telling this is not a place of enjoyment. It is like telling afternoon 1 o'clock, I will step out on the street to feel some cool breeze in May month or April month. Is it possible to feel some cool breeze at 1 o'clock in the afternoon? At least Gautami Enclave you have something because of the trees. But other places it is impossible. Right? So that's what Krishna is telling. Material pleasures are temporary. Do not get carried away. And if you want peace, final conclusion of 5th chapter is, if you want peace, please understand Krishna is the enjoyer of all sacrifices. Bhoktaram Yajna Tapasam. And he is the supreme lord of all planets. Best friend. Suhridam Sarva Bhutanam. Best friend of all living beings. Please reconnect back to the original source. Bhoktaram Yajna Tapasam. Sarvaloka Maheswaram. Suhridam Sarva Bhutanam. So he is connecting back to those 3 points about Krishna. If your connection with Krishna is strong, then we are safe to walk around in summer. Next. We are now getting into the 6th chapter. 6th chapter is all about Dhyana Yoga. There will be many aspects relating to the Ashtanga Yoga also. We'll try to understand. Okay. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. Anasrita Karma Phalam. Karyam Karma Karoti Yah. Sasanyasi cha yogi cha. Nachakriya. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. Anasrita Karma Phalam.
Karma phalam
Karma Karoti Yah.
yam karma karoti ya
Sasanyasi cha yogi cha. Nirnachakriya. Anybody want to recite? Yeah. Sri Bhagavan Vacha. Anasrita karma phalam karyam karma karodya sasannyasi cha yogi cha na niragnim na chakriya. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, who is Supreme Personality of Godhead? Krishna, undoubtedly. This language is introduced by Prabhupada, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That means he is head of all the gods. He coined this word. Telugulo Devadi Devudu Sri Krishnudu. Personality. Supreme Personality. Because he wanted to make it crystal clear that God is a person. That's why he said he is supreme, he is a person, and he is head of all gods. This is the definition of Krishna. One who is unattached to the fruits of his work. This is also continuing. Karma Yoga, it is continuing, and we are trying to go to Dhyana Yoga. One who is unattached to the fruits of his work and who works as he is obligated is in the renounced order of life. And he is a true mystic, not he who lights no fire and performs no duty. So Krishna is telling very clearly, mystic ante yogi. So మనలో మిస్టిక్ అంటే చాలా మంది ఏంటంటే గడ్డాలు పెంచుకొని ఒక సన్యాసి లాగా ఉంటూ ఒక స్పెషల్ మిరకల్స్ పవర్స్ ఉన్నవాడిని మనం మిస్టిక్ అండి. బట్ కృష్ణ ఇస్ టెలింగ్ యూ అండ్ ఐ కెన్ బి ఇన్ అ మిస్టిక్ ఈవెన్ దో వీఆర్ డీప్ ఇన్ సంసార. We can be a mystic, we can be a yogi, provided you are not attached to the fruits of your work and you are working as if you are obligated. Until you are doing it as a duty, not without expecting any returns. Krishna is saying the same thing again and again in many slokas. Then you are as good as a sannyasi. You are as good as a true mystic. If you are doing your duty, karma phalanni ఆశించకుండా బాధ్యతగా పనులు చేసుకుంటూ వెళ్ళడమే కర్మ సన్యాస యోగం. అంతే. దట్స్ వాట్ కృష్ణ ఇస్ టెల్లింగ్. This each simple line is a lifelong practice. Don't expect anything in return. Krishna has been telling since second chapter. Don't expect, don't expect, don't expect. Right? And as soon as we finish this class, we'll have expectations. Pongal should have been hotter. Chutney should have been little thicker. Salt should have been little more. That is our mind. Huh? Sweet. Too sweet should have been there. So like this, I am also a sweet fan. That's why I'm like this. That's why we keep having expectations throughout the day. On Sunday morning, 7 to 9, if we say don't have expectations, that is not enough. Whatever we are learning on Sunday morning, 7 to 9, if you practice in rest of the days of don't have expectations, then only there is a value for what we are studying. Otherwise, it is just for the sake of it. Today morning, I was listening to a class from Amarendra Prabhu. It's a self-introspection class. I was coming in. Bagar, how ready are you before are you preaching other people? He scared me this morning. Of course, he didn't say Bagar.
Listen to all this, what I'm speaking. Another side of terms of celebrating the people, have a goal, work towards it. Only if you manage, things will happen. Manifestation itself means you expect something, even without doing something.
Yes.
But you're doing something you expected.
Yeah.
What we are delaying, you have to imagine, what you have, so it's so confidently we get so confused on a daily basis.
I agree with you, Mataji. I tell you because, see, this world is made on one core ingredient called Maya. Our job, our boss, he is totally working against Bhagavad Gita. He is telling, I am giving you this goal. Go stretch, go beyond, put in 24/7 efforts, make the goal, dream big, dream. All these things is Maya. Maya in outside world is all telling us to expect, expect, expect. Sunday morning, Krishna is telling, don't expect, don't expect, don't expect. There is a big clash. There is a big clash. So what we will do? Should we listen to Krishna or should we listen to rest of the day? Or we'll just behave on Sunday morning like a yogi, rest of the days like a bogi?
So confused.
The guilt struggle is sadhana. That means you are on the right path. A person who is eating midnight biryani without a guilt is shameless. But a person who is thinking, Arey, I should not eat at 12 o'clock, but because of all my friends, I am now sitting and eating, is thinking in his mind, he's in the right path. That's all I can say. I want to anything else you want to add on this one?
No.
The struggle.
Mata is saying like what to do material world and spiritual world is like many people say do whatever is needed to do your job, and then the sort of thing will be follow the purpose.
Yes. See, to keep the job, we have to do
Prabhuji.
certain things. Because without job,
We cannot maintain our work.
we cannot feed. I cannot come here every
Prabhuji.
Sunday without petrol. If I need to come here
Prabhuji.
every Sunday in my car with petrol, I need to work Monday to Friday. Then I can put petrol, then I can come and give you Bhagavad Gita class. Otherwise, I have to walk. Or I have to stand there in the bus stop. If I start at 4, then only I'll reach here by 7. So if I have to comfortably come within 20 minutes from my home to here, I have to work. If I have to work, I have to say yes, boss. So I know it is hard, Mataji, but let us try to remember, I acknowledge your struggle, that itself is on the right path. If you are feeling guilty, arere, Krishnudu cheppinattu nenu cheyalepothunane, itself is a sadhana. And Krishna
Prabhuji.
is the only teacher who passes you when you are struggling or unable to implement. If we have the guilt at the end of the day, when we are leaving our body, Krishna, I heard so much of Bhagavad Gita, I did this much, I did that one, but I still did not reach perfection. In my next life, I'll reach perfection. Krishna, allow me. He is the only one who is ready to pass a student on an exam who failed on the results. You have a sales target, you have a delivery target, and you don't achieve, will your boss promote you? No. But Krishna is ready to promote you. So let us continue to have that guilt. And with that guilt, we'll try to be better and better and better. And at least some part of the day, we are focusing more on Krishna. We are not trying to have expectations and kind of things. Because let's say you are a team manager and your employee doesn't perform and he comes back and says, Krishna said in 6.1, do not have attachment. So I did not complete the program on time. I did not do my deliverable on time. So please don't have any expectations. If your team member comes and says this one, what will you say?
Please stop working.
Huh?
Please stop working.
I will say, please update your Naukri profile. So,
Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. One question on that.
Please.
So, Prabhuji, just extending your what you said, right? Suppose we do all our work, but your boss does not promote you, right?
Yeah.
How do you actually take that? I mean, how do you actually, understand that part? Because
See,
you have done your work.
Understood. So, Prabhu, there are two ways to look at it. So, Sagar Prabhu is asking, you did all your best, your boss did not promote you. There are two ways to look at it, Prabhu. One, if you are very strong in bhakti and your current job is giving you time for bhakti, be complacent and continue. Because the current job is giving you time for bhakti. But let's say if you are still not there yet, after some efforts, you do your best and try to convince again. But if you are not promoted, you are not recognized. Even after all the best, maybe it is time to change. Time to change to some other role where you are recognized, where you are appreciated, where your work is recognized. But if my new job is going to make my life topsy-turvy and I will not even get 10 minutes for chanting, then I would not pick up my new job. This all depends upon your strong bhakti, how much you are deeply rooted in the Bhagavad Gita philosophy. Right now, we are all sadhakas. Ups and downs are a part of our life. If you are deeply rooted, then all decisions will be made around Bhagavad Gita. Even though materially sometimes you may not be successful, because I have seen some great people, they are not even taking promotions, they are not going higher and higher and higher because they wanted to focus on Krishna. They were happy with some X amount what they are getting, and they are close to the. I've seen so many Matajis working, especially in banks and other places. They don't take promotions because if they take promotion, they have to leave their hometown, and they cannot be with their family. Exactly like that. If you are very deep rooted in Krishna, be complacent with what you are, even though you are not in great heights, and focus on that. But if you are not there yet, I think we need to also change circumstances, change jobs, change vocations, and kind of things. Understood, Saga Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah, very good. Thank you. Right? So, unattached to the results and work like an obligation. Yeah, Lakshmi Mataji. Yes, because having expectations is into our deep DNA. So we'll have expectations. It will take a lot of time to come out of that one. Even in satsang, when we are coming also, we'll continue to have the expectations that I should be recognized in this group. People should look at me when I'm reciting sloka. Arey, this Mataji is reciting so nicely. This Prabhuji is reciting so nicely. Like that, unknowingly, we bring our anarthas even into the satsang. Because we suddenly 2 hours on Sunday morning, we cannot be a different person. When rest of the 166 hours, and rest of the 166 hours, we are a different personality. Suddenly 2 hours, we cannot be a different personality here. We tend to make that. We are slowly working to make the rest of the 166 hours also better by sitting in these 2 hours, by chanting, by reading and all. But తెలుగులో ఇంకొక సామెత ఉందమ్మా, కామి గాని వాడు మోక్షగామి కాలేడు అని. విన్నారా లక్ష్మీ మాతయ్య? కామి గాని వాడు మోక్షగామి కాలేడు. దానికి people have misinterpreted as kama means sex or interrelation. But here kama means korika. If you don't even have a desire, you cannot even have the desire of moksha. So having a desire for Krishna's appreciation is okay. Krishna, I want you to be pleased with my service. That is okay. Krishna, I wanted you to bless me. Krishna, I am doing this as a service. Krishna, I am doing this as an offering at your lotus feet. That is the right thinking. That's why we need to stay in the Sangha. And, one second. And we need to understand that Krishna is not obligated to fulfill our desires. That is where the Nishkama Bhakti comes into the picture. I know today we are interesting thing one at first sloka itself, but it is important. See, with Krishna, because of our nature of expectations, we will have expectations even on Krishna. And that's why you see some people leaving Krishna conscious after some times because of the expectations. Last 1 year I have been chanting 16 rounds. And my son did not get IIT seat. Chhi, do you have heart, Krishna? What is the use? Satya Prabhu keeps saying that Sarvakarana Karanam. Krishna, you are that, you can do this one. Isopanishad, we just completed on the Telugu online batch. Krishna is able to do anything, all these kinds of things we heard. And you are not able to give a small IIT seat for my son. From tomorrow, no coming to satsang. There are some people like that. Because we are continuing our material expectations even in the path of bhakti. This is one major difference if you have observed in our movement. In our movement, did we ever say in the last any weeks that Krishna will fulfill all your desires? You go to any other path, you go to Abrahamic religions, the conversion mechanism, first thing. మీ దేవుడికి హృదయం లేదండి, మా దేవుడికి ఎంతో హృదయం ఉంది. మీ దేవుడు మీ రక్తం తీసుకుంటాడు, మా దేవుడు మీకోసం ఆయన రక్తం చిందించాడు. Next week I am supposed to talk in one Hindu Sammelan. Next week they have invited me to speak about Hindu Sammelan. I need to think what should I convey. So we are communicating our message, we are carrying our expectations nature into the path of bhakti And bhakti also we are getting disappointed because we are living in the world of instant gratification. We are in the Swiggy world. By the time your tadka is ready, Kothbir has to come. Curry leaves have to come. We are living in this world. But all other paths are talking about ఈ దేవుడి దగ్గరికి వస్తే ఇది అయిపోతుందండి, మా మతంలోకి వస్తే ఇది అయిపోతుంది, మీరు ఈ గుడి చుట్టూ తిరిగితే ఇది అయిపోతుందండి. బట్ హ్యావ్ యూ ఎవర్ హర్డ్ ఫ్రమ్ మీ ఇన్ ద లాస్ట్ X నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ వీక్స్ సేయింగ్ దట్ ఇఫ్ యూ కమ్ హియర్ ఎవ్రీ సండే టు సత్సంగ్ ఆల్ యువర్ డిజైర్స్ విల్ బి ఫుల్ఫిల్డ్? నేను ఎప్పుడైనా ఒక్కసారైనా చెప్పాను? Did I say that even once? If you come every Sunday to satsang, all your desires will be fulfilled. You will be promoted. Your family will be awesome. Husband-wife relation will be amazing. Your wife will respect you 24/7. Did I set the false expectations? Huh? See, last sentence, Prabhuji reacted. Yeah. That is why Akshay Tritiya for Telugu calendar it is today. Tomorrow only. Today. And yes, for Vaishnava calendar it's tomorrow. So when are we supposed to buy the gold? Today? Why? No expectation. Akshay Tritiya, you are not supposed to buy gold. What are you supposed to do on Akshay Tritiya?
It is not supposed to buy. It is supposed to give business to the stock.
Akshay Tritiya means chant more, read more, think about Krishna more, because whatever you do, it will become Akshaya, unlimited. If we chant 16 rounds today, it will become 16,000 rounds. If you feed some poor, it will be that much time. If you give some water, in this hot sun this afternoon, if you give some water to some workers who are working here or something, that is, Krishna will give you water for next many lives. You will never struggle for water. Akshaya Tritiya. It will become so unlimited. Because we are material people, our minds have been changed to buy gold. So coming back, let us conclude this one. That is why you will not see so many people on Sunday morning Bhagavad Gita class here, because I am talking facts. For example, if this is some other path and we keep saying that, no, come and attend 7 Sundays, you will get this one. I need to book one more hall. This hall will not be enough. We have to clean that also, and I have to have a TV upstairs, because another 50 people will be listening from there, and here 100 people will be here. This hall will be busy. If I say read Bhagavad Gita, all your desires will be fulfilled. But because I am honestly telling that Krishna will test you, then only will give you. Krishna will give you if you only deserve. Otherwise, he is not ready to give. I have only 15-20 people coming here. That also I have to keep back. Are you coming? Are you coming? Are you coming? On every Sunday, Saturday, Thursday onwards, I'll start begging. I'll take my begging bowl. Are you coming? Are you coming? Ardhamayindandi? Everybody understood? So Mataji, you understood? So what we are learning from this whole Bhagavad Gita class is we should continue to have expectations from Krishna also, but be happy if he doesn't fulfill our expectations. Pala munchina, meeta munchina, neede bajyata Krishna. Nee ishtam. Whatever you want to do, my life is for you. Whatever you want to do, do it. That is PhD. But we want to get there someday. Today we are not there yet. Man manasikka akkad ledu. But we wanted to get somewhere there. And I want to set right that expectations clearly in the mind, that when Krishna says yoga kshemam vahamyaham, don't always think that Krishna is going to take care of you materially. He will take care of you spiritually. Because our relation with Krishna is not through the body. It is through the soul. So Krishna will give higher importance to the soul rather than the body. So Krishna will give higher importance to the soul. Ante, he will make sure that you are making more and more progress towards the bhakti. He'll make sure that you are coming out of the cycle of birth and death. He'll make sure that in the next life also you are connected to Krishna. He will create all those ambience and environment in such a way that you do bhakti rather than fulfilling your temporary desires. Are you all okay? I will not ask you, are you all convinced? I will ask you, did you all understand? Did you all understand Krishna's philosophy?
Is this but problem comes
Huh?
financial problem, family issue, some things which are there, when they are there, that bhakti is here.
I'll put it like this. If throughout the year you have a practice of getting up at 5 a.m., even in winter you can get up at 5 a.m. If throughout the year you are not used to directly getting up 5 a.m. in Hyderabad, cold winter in December and January is impossible. You understood, Prabhu, the answer? If through when you have bhakti throughout the normal time, during the difficult times also you will be able to be stable. Otherwise, hill jayega. We'll shake it. We'll be get shaken up when life tests you. When destiny kicks us from behind with 2 legs, we'll be shaken up. But if you practice it, we will not be shaken up. We'll stay strong. There are so many great people, devotees, have stayed strong even though destiny has played with them like crazy. There was one family, Krishna conscious family, great devotees. Their child, 7-year child, died out of blood cancer. అసలు కృష్ణుడు ఉన్నాడా? ఉన్నావా ఉంటే కళ్ళు మూసుకున్నావా. So, what is the normal reaction? That family should stop chanting, should stop attending Bhagavad Gita classes after all that happened. They're still continuing bhakti. Because they understood that the connection with Krishna is life after life after life after life. Last point, and we'll move on to the second sloka. Prabhu, aapne diya jalaya. It will be flickering. Hawa ki wajah se. But if you put that one, the glass chamber kind of a thing above, it will stay straight. It will not be flickering anymore. Right now, our bhakti is flickering. We have still not reached that stable stage. By Guru's mercy, that glass chamber, I don't know what is the exact word called, the glass one which is around that is like a Guru's mercy and our sadhana. Then the diya will not be flickering even there is some external air. Sthita pragnata kavasha. So we have to develop the Sthita pragnata. So we are attending Sunday Bhagavad Gita classes not to complete the syllabus, not to complete all these slokas. Mataji 7.12. Prabhuji 8.44. That is not our focus. నా మనసులోకి వెళ్ళిందా, నాకు అర్థమైందా, నా జీవితంలో మార్పు వచ్చిందా, ఈ 2 గంటల మూలాన మిగతా సోమవారం నుంచి మళ్ళీ వచ్చే ఆదివారం వరకు నాలో ఏం మార్పు వచ్చింది, నా జీవితం ఎలా ఉంది, మిగతా వాళ్ళతో నా మాటలు ఎలా ఉన్నాయి, how am I behaving with others after attending with Bhagavad Gita classes, how am I thinking, how am I treating my peers, how am I treating my subordinates, how am I treating everybody, how am I behaving with my family members. All these things need to be seen. Then only you understood Bhagavad Gita. If there is no change, and if all the change is only Sunday morning, Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Hare Krishna Mataji, then no change in our hearts. I know it is little heavy. Hare Krishna Bhavanara. I know it is little heavy, but you are able to understand. So there needs to be a constant introspection. Now, I've been, how many, we started this class on September 28th. October, November, December, January, February, March, almost coming to April. So, it's close to 7 months. What is the change in me? ప్రభుజీ 7 నెలల్లోనే నేను మహర్షి అయిపోతాను అనుకుంటున్నారా మీరు? బట్ వాట్ ఈస్ ద చేంజ్ ఇన్ మీ ఈస్ ద క్రూషియల్ ఆస్పెక్ట్ ఆఫ్ భగవద్గీత. And some of you are attending even 6 months before and near the park. So that means they are seniors, 12, 13 months. Huh? Since March last year? So it is already 1 year. Wow. Krishna has given my relation with Gautam enclave like that. I don't know. Since 1 year we are attending. So real renunciation is internal, not external. Just giving up work does not make someone a sannyasi. Real renunciation is giving up attachment to results. Sannyasi means not wearing saffron dress. Sannyasi means depending on Krishna, not expecting results. That is sannyasi. So can you also become a sannyasi? By practice, can we all become a sannyasi? Yes, it is possible. So that's why this Krishna consciousness path is so blissful. In my childhood, I had this desire to become a sannyasi. Though I was not fit for it, I had this desire. In my childhood, though I was doing all nonsense around, I was having this desire. But after coming to Krishna consciousness, I understood what is real sannyasa. Real sannyasa is not external. Real sannyasa is depending on Krishna and not getting attached to results. That is the real sannyasa. If you are doing that one, even though you are a samsari, you have 8 EMIs and 11 children as cricket team, you are still a sannyasi. Do not stop working. Stop working for selfish gain. I like these words. That's why I'm putting here. Krishna is saying, don't stop working. Stop working for selfish gain. ప్రతిదానికి నాకేంటి కాదు, నాకేమీ లేకపోయినా నేను పనిచేస్తా. రైట్. యం సన్యాసం ఇది ప్రాహుర్ యోగం తం విద్ధి పాండవ నాహి असन्यास्त संकल्पो
ह्यसन्न्यस्त संकल्पो
योगी भवति कश्चन
योगी भवति कश्चन
यं सन्यासम् इति प्राहुः
यं सन्न्यासम्
योगं
इति
तं
प्राहुः
विद्धि पाण्डव
योगं तं विद्धि पाण्डव
असन्न्यस्त संकल्पो
न ह्यसन्न्यस्त संकल्पो
योगी भवति कश्चन.
योगी भवति
Anybody
कश्चन.
from Mataji's want to recite? Yeah, Lakshmi Mataji, please. यदि संन्यासम् इति प्रभुः योगं तं विद्धि पाण्डव नाहि असन्न्यास्त संकल्पो योगी भवति कश्चन. So Krishna is using the word sannyasa. Sannyasa word, don't literally take it as sannyasi. Take it as vairagyam, detachment. We need to understand like that one. This is what is called renunciation. You should know to be the same as yoga or linking oneself with the Supreme. For one can never become a yogi unless he renounces the desire for sense gratification. You cannot become a yogi unless you renounce the desire for sense gratification. కోరికల మీద మనస్సు పోయే వరకు నువ్వు సన్యాసి అవ్వలేవు. Otherwise, you will become an external sannyasi. That's why you will see all these scandals and some of these people. That's why Hinduism is constantly targeted because of some bad babas and gurus. They have still not reached that internal renunciation stage. They were wearing external renunciation, but their attraction towards the opposite sex is still not gone in their hearts. For example, if a normal man is going with a girl in the park or somewhere in the pub or in the coffee shop, will there be pictures on the Hindu paper first page? You are going with your wife or you are going with a girlfriend, boyfriend, anything. Will there be big news? But if one sannyasi is trying to little put a hand on the girl, for example, he did not misbehave. let's say he's put the hand on the girl. Will there be headlines? Because there are some expectations from that path of sannyasa. So we also discussed this in the last chapter also. Krishna said, if you are not ready, don't become sannyasa, become grihastha. There are so many people who used to went and ask Prabhupada, I want to become a sannyasi, I want to become brahmachari. Prabhupada knows their temperament. No, you become a grihastha. Because you still have the bodily desires and they are very strong. And that's why grihastha ashram is considered sweet, because you can fulfill your desires, at the same time you can perform bhakti. మనసులో ఉన్న కోరికలు తీర్చుకోవచ్చు. ధర్మ అర్థ కామ మోక్ష. So dharma, by following the dharma, you are achieving ardha. That means you are earning ethically, rightfully. And you are fulfilling the kama. Here kama means ethical desires. Ethical desires. Whatever are the desires which are allowed under the ambit of the grihastha ashram. అంటే మీ ఆశ్రమ గృహస్థాశ్రమంలో ఏవైతే కోరికలు తీర్చుకోవచ్చో ధర్మబద్ధంగా సంపాదించి ధర్మబద్ధంగా కోరికలు తీర్చుకుంటే అప్పుడు మోక్షం వైపు పయనించవచ్చు. That is what is dharma, artha, kama, moha, chaturvida purushartham is talking about. Right? So, Krishna is telling we need to renounce the desire for sense gratification, then only we are a yogi. Otherwise, we are a bhogi, not railway bhogu. We are a bhogi. So, if you are a bhogi, better be in grihastha. If you are a yogi, you can go to vanaprastha ashram or you can go to sannyasa ashram. That's why not everybody is ready for everything. Not every mentality is ready to become a sannyasi or a detached. So they test. Even in ISKCON also, if some people wanted to apply for a sannyasa, there is a sannyasi ministry which will check for 5 years on the person. And then finally they grant the sannyasa. They wanted to check, because otherwise you and I will become a big mockery in the today's this one. Because sannyasi need to be careful, because that will impact the whole organization. Right? You see some other sampradayas. There are some people who wear saffron. Who is your guru? I don't need a guru. Internally I understood, I am detached, so I am wearing sannyasa. That's what some people say. And after some time, you know what they do. One person will be caught with a film heroine in his personal chamber. And he has his own island. And he is also Paramashiva. You understood whom I am talking about. No names. Aru rukshor muner yogam karma karanam uchyate.
कर्म कारणं
योगारूढस्य तस्यैव
योगारूढस्य तस्यैव
समकारणमुच्यते.
कारणमुच्यते
आरुरुक्षोर्मुनेर्योगम्
आरुरुक्ष्मोर्मुनेर्मुच्यते कर्म कारणमुच्यते
योगारूढस्य तस्यैव समकारणमुच्यते.
कारणमुच्यते.
Anybody online want to recite Shankara Prabhu?
Yes, sir.
చదవండి.
आरुरुक्ष्मोर्मुनेर्योगम्
आरुरुक्षोर्मुनेर्योगम्
कर्म कारणमुच्यते
कर्म कारणमुच्यते.
योगारूढस्य तस्यैव
योगारूढस्य तस्यैव
यमः कारणमुच्यते.
समकारणमुच्यते. So here Krishna is introducing two concepts. Early stage, matured. Arurukshor, yogarudha. Arurukshor is like starter. Yogarudha is somebody who is already matured. Yoga lo kasta munduku vellina vaadu. For one who is a neophyte in the eightfold yoga system. Eightfold yoga system ante Ashtanga yogamu. Work is said to be the means. Starting stage lo, we'll say karma is for me to do my work to move forward. For one who is already elevated in yoga, stopping the activities is said to be the means. For a starting stage, keep doing your work, keep doing your work. But once you reach a certain stage, stop your work. Ante, from a sannyasa point, does the sannyasi need to go to job? Does he need to take care of his family? Does he need to pay all the EMIs? Because you are trying to be detached. So you are trying to detach. That is what even he told in the Vanaprastha. You know what is the age of Vanaprastha? Huh? 51 or 55? 51. 51 now? 50.
After 50, they say.
Vanaprastha. I thought I have 2 more years to go for Vanaprastha. So Vanaprastha means you slowly get detached yourselves from family. There are a lot of people, what they do, they detach from family and attach to IPL. Detach from family, attach to friends in the park. Detach from family and attach to the newspaper. Or Teen Patti. That is not detachment. That is engaging from one place to another place. వయసు ఉన్నంత వరకు భార్య చుట్టూ తిరిగావు, ఇప్పుడు వయసు అయిపోయింది కాబట్టి పేకాటో పార్కో ఫ్రెండ్స్ క్రికెట్ ఏదో చేస్తున్నావు. దట్ ఈస్ నాట్ వైరాగ్యం. వైరాగ్యం మీన్స్ defocusing on material enjoyment and connecting to Krishna. That is vairagya. Not changing the focus from one activity to the other activity. Advainandi? So if we are connecting to Krishna, that is vairagya. So Shastra is telling in the starting stage you have to work. But once you reach a matured stage, you stop working. That is what in the yoga. That's why many yogis, you won't see applying for Infosys or Naukri jobs, all these kind of jobs, because they are trying to detach themselves from this kind of material life. That's what Krishna is telling. So, what is yoga? As per Bhagavad Gita, what is yoga? Huh? What is yoga? Focus on bhakti. Connecting to Krishna is yoga. Not, there are some people who put some thread apne apko upside down latkayenge na. Some special yogas are you seeing now? They have some cloth and they do upside down. That is not yoga. That is fitness. Real yoga means connecting to Krishna. A lot of people, we say, come to Bhagavad. No, Prabhu, I am already attending everyday yoga, Prabhu. That yoga you are doing as a fitness, instead of going for a gym or instead of walking, you are doing yoga, which is good. You need to do that work. But that is not the replacement of understanding the science of God. Yoga means unison with Krishna. Yogamo. Bhagavantadito samyogamo. Connecting to Krishna is yoga. If you are not doing that yoga, all other yogas will only help you to a certain extent. You need a fit body at the age of 70. Great. Why? Prabhuji, I want to be fit even I am 70, 80. Why? Huh? If that is the focus, then you want a fit body. You deserve to have a fit body. Right. There are 2 stages of spiritual level. Beginner. Aru Rukshu. Say that word. Advanced is Yogaruda. Yoga. In the early stage, you have desires, you have attachments, you have restless mind. So start doing the karma yoga. Because your mind is agitated, you are attracted to opposite sex, you get married, all kinds of things are there. You have desire for money, go work. Okay? Nobody is listening to you, that's why you want to shout at your children, go for children. All these kinds of things you do. But when you are advanced, you are controlled and you are detached. Then you are a yogarunda. Krishna is talking about 2 stages. First stage, do your work. At a later stage, stop working. Next, text 4. Yada hinendriyardeshu na karmasvav anusajjate sarva sankalpa sannyasi yogaruna tadochyate yada hinendriyardeshu na karmasvav anusajjate Sarva Sankalpa Sannyasi
Sarva Sankalpa Sannyasi
Yoga Tadochyate.
Yoga
A person
Rudastadochyate.
is said to be elevated in yoga when, having renounced all material desires, he neither acts for self gratification nor engages in fruitive activities. Mataji, Telugulo chadavadu Mataji, Pravina Mataji. ప్రభుజీ మీద కోపం వస్తే ఏ టోన్లో మాట్లాడతారు మీరు? ఆ టోన్లో చదవాలి. కోపం వస్తా మాతాజీకి? అవునా? వెరీ నైస్. Very good. So, who is in yoga? What is the qualification for a yogi who is renounced material desires? భౌతికమైన కోరికలు లేవు. Number 1 qualification. Second, he is not acting for sense gratification. ఆయన ఆనందం కోసం, భౌతిక ఆనందాల కోసం పనిచేయట్లేదు. భౌతికమైన కోరికలు లేవు, భౌతిక ఆనందాల కోసం పనిచేయట్లేదు. And he is also not expecting anything in return. Then he is supposed to be in yoga. If you say somebody, I am practicing yoga since 10 years, my understanding is 6.4. You are not expecting anything in return. You are not acting for your enjoyment, and you don't have desires. Then you are a yogi. Otherwise, you are a
Bogi.
We are all bogis. No desires. How many of you have no desires? How many of you are always working for Krishna? How many of you do not have any expectation of results? So all of us are bogis here. But we want to become a yogi someday. And we make our baby steps to practice. కొద్దిగా నెమ్మదిగా కోరికలు తగ్గించుకోవటం, భగవంతుడి గురించి పనిచేయటం, రాబోయే రిజల్ట్స్ గురించి మనసు తగ్గించుకొని అంతా ఈశ్వరేచ్ఛ. You know, all our elders used to say beautiful words, anta ishwarecha. I am understanding all the meanings of the words after reading Bhagavad Gita. And our parents were using like this. My grandmother used to say anta ishwarecha. What does it mean? Depend on Krishna. Actually, our dharma is so strong. We had all these things so inbuilt. In the last 2-3 generations, we screwed up. We moved away from all these things. Earlier people, when grandmothers were cooking and all, they used to sing the Ramayana Slokas or something. And how they used to make children sleep? How many of you are made to sleep by your grandmothers? What songs they used to sing? Oh, what songs they were singing? Some kirtan, Tyagaraja kirtan, Annamacharya kirtan, all those kinds of things. Now, we want to have a soothing songs in the movies, Telugu movie or Bollywood movie, some slow songs we want to listen and sleep. So our consciousness is changed. Man manas maripoyindi. Next. Uddaredatmamanam atmanam avasadayet
Atmanam avasadayet.
Atmaiva hi atmano bandhur
Atmaivya Atmano
Atmaiva ripuratmana
Atmaiva Ripuratmana
Uttaredatmanatmanam
Vedatmanatmanam
Atmanam avasadayet
Natmanam Avasadayet
Atmaiva hi atmano bandhur
Atmaiva Hyatmano
Atmaiva ripuratmana.
Atmaiva Ripuratmanaha.
Anybody online want to recite this sloka? Sagar Prabhu, you want to recite?
Yeah, I can try. I can try,
Please.
Prabhu.
I can also, Bhaiya.
Okay. Yeah, Sagar Prabhu, try.
Okay,
Next,
Mataji.
Nirmala Mataji will try.
Uddharitmatman atmanam
Uddharedatmanatmanam
natmanam avasadatyet
Natmanam avasadayet
Atmavaya Atmano Bandhur.
Atmaiva hi atmano bandhur.
Atmaya Ripuratmana.
Atmaiva
आत्मैव
ripuratmana.
रिपुरात्मनः
Very good. This is a very important sloka. One must deliver himself with the help of his mind and not degrade himself. The mind is the friend of the conditioned soul and his enemy as well. Here, Atma means mind, not the soul. We need to understand that one. So, with the mind, if the mind is controlled, you are somewhere else. If your mind is not controlled, you are somewhere else. So Krishna is telling, make friendship with your mind. Your mind can take you somewhere, or your mind can make you nowhere. You understood? Ardhamayindandi? So Krishna has given the mind, and if you know the art of control of the mind, you can achieve anything. Forget about spiritually, Prabhu, even materially also. If you want to achieve something, you need to have control on the mind, right? You are a student, you are working for 3 years to complete your graduation or anything. And if you want to be a college topper, or you want to have a higher education in a great college, if you have not taken that intermediate seriously or graduation seriously, you will not get great college, you will not get great scores. That means you are in an average college, then you are in an average job, then everything is average, mediocre. But if you worked hard, you are in a great college, you will end up in a great job, or in a great position, everything is aligned. Understand? So, that's why intermediate age is considered as very delicate. When they are just coming out of the school, suddenly world is open for all of them. So, and that 2 years is going to decide again your future. Just now you got freedom and you are put in jail, Narayana, Chaitanya. You are put in the jail. That is the time you just got freedom, no? After school. And some people, during that freedom, you can screw up your life, or you can make your life beautiful by utilizing your freedom to work hard and become a successful in your +2 or +2 and then make your life beautiful. I've seen a lot of my classmates, especially immediately after coming to the college, they are the first people to, especially coming, sorry to say, coming from a good, strict, orthodox Brahmin families. They were the first people to be vulnerable as soon as he came to college. Because at home, उसको ऐसा पकड़ के रखा है. And college में आने के बाद, they had a lot of freedom. They were the first guys to smoke, first guys to eat meat, first guys to drink and do all kinds of nonsense. Because they got freedom. And they thought freedom means go away from the system. What is freedom? Sticking to the system. Freedom means not moving from the system. So that's why Krishna is telling, do bhakti. Moving away from bhakti is not freedom. Doing bhakti is freedom. I said this statement so many times. Depending on Krishna is the real independence. భగవంతుని మీద ఆధారపడటమే అసలైన స్వాతంత్రము. ఇందులో ఎంతమంది ఒప్పుకుంటారు ఈ మాటకి, ఎంతమంది ఒప్పుకోరు చెప్పండి. How many of you can accept or how many of you feel this is wrong? ప్రభుజీ, భగవంతుడి మీద ఆధారపడతా స్వాతంత్రం ఎలా అయింది? నా మీద నేను ఉంటే స్వాతంత్రం, వేరే ఎవరి మీద ఆధారపడితే స్వాతంత్రం ఏంటి? శంకర్, మీ పేరు మర్చిపోయారు. సత్యనారాయణ ప్రభు. ప్రభు ఒప్పుకుంటారా మీరు? భగవంతుని మీద ఆధారపడటమే నిజమైన స్వాతంత్రము. కమల విష్ణు ప్రభు ఒప్పుకుంటారా? రైట్. Amrita Bindu Upanishad is telling that the mind is the cause of the bondage and the mind is the cause of liberation. Your mind is the cause of bondage. నీ మనస్సే ఇక్కడ బంధానికి కారణం, నీ మనస్సే liberation కూడా కారణం. That's why there is a great book called Manas Siksha by Raghunatha Dasa Goswami. In that Manas Siksha, he tells the mind, everything, all the instructions are right. Oh mind, please focus on Krishna. Oh mind, please focus on the words of the Guru. Oh mind. And Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakura used to say that as soon as you get up, beat your mind 50 times with your chappal. Before going to sleep, 100 times. మనస్సుని చెప్పు తీసుకొని కొట్టమని చెప్పేవాడు. ఎందుకంటే ఈ మనస్సే కదా మనం పాడు చేస్తుంది. భగవద్గీత క్లాస్కి రారంటే ఏం క్విజ్ చేయండి, ఏం పని ఎవరు చూడొచ్చాడు, నేను చేయకపోతే ఆయన ఏమైనా కొట్టాడా, నాకేమైనా ప్రసాదం పెట్టనన్నాడా నెక్స్ట్ వీక్, శ్లోకాలు నేర్చుకుంటాడా, ఇంట్లో కాసేపు అవర్ మైండ్ is spoiling us. Prabhuji, who is the real enemy? Not the two associations in Gautami Enclave. There are some old association, new association, property fights, all those things. They are not the real enemy. What is the real enemy? Antargata Shatru, Manassu, Ahankaram, Krodam. All these are real enemies. And we are all so busy fighting with external enemies, but we are never fighting with the internal enemies. అంతర్గత శత్రువుల మీద యుద్ధం ప్రకటించాలి. మనస్సు నువ్వు నా మాట వినవా, నీ సంగతి చెప్తాను. ఎప్పుడన్నా ఇలా అన్నావా?
నా నిద్ర పట్టినట్టుంది.
ఒక ఆయన అంటారు, కోపం మీద కోపం రావాలంటారు. విన్నారా? కోపం మీద కోపం వచ్చి నాకు ఎందుకు కోపం వస్తుందని చెప్పి కోపం రావాలంట. Why am I losing my temper? You should get angry on that one. The next time you are watchful. So, who are our enemies? Not your competitor. Not the person who took away your promotion. So, the real enemy is your mind. We are ready to control everybody, our entire family members, our entire office, neighbors. I am the president. Everybody should listen to me. But you are not listening to your mind. And your mind is controlling you. Yeah, Mataji, Lavanya Mataji, you are saying something.
This control the mind, control your senses, all of this to reach him. But then that's a question. Even if you do all this, very good teaching, it's only with this grace to take teaching. You can do all of this.
Yes.
Only this grace is what.
Yes. See, this is one fundamental difference between Advaita Siddhanta and our Vaishnava Sampradaya. In the Advaita Siddhanta and Shankaracharya philosophy and many other philosophies, they say the result is based on your endeavor. But in our Vaishnava philosophy, there's a result is based on endeavor plus mercy. Endeavor ante నీ ప్రయత్నంతో పాటు భగవంతుని యొక్క ఆశీర్వాదం ఉంటేనే పని జరుగుతుంది. In all other sampradayas, they say it is all depends on you. నువ్వు చేస్తే you will reach. It looks like as if even walking to Vaikuntha also is like every day I'm walking 10 kilometers. If I continue walking, one day I'll reach Vaikuntha. That's how people think like that. Kani Vaishnava Sampradaya says until Krishna Guru blesses you, you can reach to the gate, but the gate will be opened only by the mercy of Guru and this one. So that's why in our Sampradaya, there is so much dependency on God and so much dependency on Guru. You are less dependent on your endeavor. నేను చేసిన ఫైనల్ గా నీ ఆశీర్వాదం కావాలి తండ్రి, లేకపోతే నా వల్ల కాదు. That is the kind of this one. That is not losing self-confidence. Please understand, Prabhuji sir, today we are going to deep philosophy. That is not losing self-confidence. మీ ఆత్మస్థైర్యం కోల్పోవడం కాదు, భగవంతుడి మీద ఆధారపడటం అంటే వలన మీ సెల్ఫ్ కాన్ఫిడెన్స్ పోయినట్టు కాదు. You are accepting his supremacy, that if necessary he can even open the back door and take you from there if you are not eligible from the front door. You understand? Right. So today's important takeaway ఏంటంటే మన మనస్సు మన మాట వింటుందా. సినిమా టైటిల్ కాదు, నా మనస్సు నా మాట వినదు. ఆ సినిమా టైటిల్ కాదు. నా మనస్సు నా మాట వింటుందా, వినట్లేదా. That is the important thing. నా మనస్సు నా మాట వినాలంటే let us all thank Anila Mataji. Mataji is at home taking care of the family and attending online, but every week she is bringing prasadam. Every week she is bringing prasadam. Hare Krishna. So, నా మనస్సు నా మాట వింటుందా వినట్లేదు? Thank you. If your mind is not listening to you, we should be worried. And you should start working towards how do we make my mind listen. Our chanting, reading, listening, all these things are steps towards controlling our mind. Prabhuji, 1 hour you asked me to listen every day Bhagavatam. I am listening online, but my mind is still wandering. But at least 1 hour you are listening to Bhagavatam. In that 1 hour, your mind is wandering for 12 minutes. At least 48 minutes it is listening. If you are not listening to that 1 hour, your mind is doing something nonsense. మనం ఒక మంచి పని చేయకపోతే మనం ఏం చేస్తుంటామండి ఆ టైంలో? ఓ పనికిరాని పని చేస్తాం. By connecting to Krishna, you are trying to chant 40 minutes at home, read for half an hour, listen, read Bhagavad Gita, recite some slokas. You are trying to do. If you are not doing, what would you do otherwise? Family Man series 3, 4, 5. That is what we'll do. Huh? IPL only, full-time IPL. Full-time IPL. So, let us focus on our mind. It is important aspect. Next is also very important sloka. Krishna is telling this one the same thing. First he is telling that if your mind is not controlled, you are in trouble. Next is telling, Bandhuratmastanastasya
दुरात्मस्तनस्तस्य
Enatmavaimatmanajitah
येनात्मैवात्मनाजितः
Antarmanastu Shatrutve
अनात्मन्तस्तु शत्रुत्वे
Vartetatmaiva Shatruvat
वर्तेतात्मैव शत्रुवत्
Bandhuratmatmanastasya
बन्धुरात्मत्मनास्तस्य
Enatmavaimatmanajitah
येनात्मैत्वात्मनाजितः
Anatmanastu Shatrutve
अनात्मनस्तु शत्रुत्वे
Vartetatmaiva Shatruvat.
वर्तेतात्मैव
Nirmala
शत्रुवत्
Mataji, can you recite?
Bhaiya, I can recite it.
Please.
बन्धुरात्मात्मनस्तस्य येनात्मैवात्मना जितः
Bandhuratmanastasya
येनात्मैवात्मना जितः
Enatmavaimatmanajitah. Continue, ma.
What is the next word? Bhaiya?
अनात्मन्तु
अनात्मानस्तु शत्रुत्वे वर्तेतात्मैव शत्रुवत्
Anantatmanastu Shatrutve Vartetatmaiva Shatruva. Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. So, Krishna is telling, the one who has conquered his mind, the mind is your best friend. The one who has failed to do so, the mind will become your greatest enemy. నీ మనస్సుని నువ్వు జయిస్తే అది నీ స్నేహితుడు అవుతుంది. నీ మనస్సు నువ్వు జయించలేకపోతే దానికి మించిన పరమశత్రు ఇంకోటి లేదు. They say that no. Don't think about monkey. Close all of your eyes. Don't think about monkey. What is that first one which came to your mind? What has monkey to do with what our work? Suddenly, why did monkey came? Because we said, don't think about monkey. We saw suddenly one monkey jumping into our balcony. So, our mind is like that. If our mind is controlled, it is your best friend. It can make you achieve anything, whether materially or this one. Even sportsmen, all the sports people, you know, they also go to psychologists and all, because after some stage, they need that. It is not the physical endurance and physical fitness. They need the extra support from all these people who are working on their psychologist and kind of things too, who are working on their mind. Then they'll be able to achieve, go beyond their, this one. So that is the most important thing. So people try to do all the Ashtanga yoga. Why? To control the mind. Lot of us, if we don't even attend the Bhagavad Gita class, did we ever think that I need to control my mind? Did you anybody thought about it in the last X number of years, 10 years, 20, 30, 40, whatever is maybe your age? I think I need to control my mind. And ఎప్పుడన్నా అనిపించిందా? ప్రభు మీ పేరు, మీ నాన్నగారి పేరు రామకృష్ణ ప్రభు. రామకృష్ణ ప్రభు ఎప్పుడన్నా అనుకున్నారా నా మనస్సును నేను కంట్రోల్ చేసుకోవాలి? చాలాసార్లు అనుకున్నారా? వెరీ గుడ్. How many of you else thought like that? Until I opened Bhagavad Gita, I never thought that I need to control. అసలు నా మనస్సు నేను కంట్రోల్ చేయాలి అని భగవద్గీత ఓపెన్ చేస్తే కానీ నాకు తెలియదు అసలు. దట్ ఈస్ ద మోస్ట్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ ఆస్పెక్ట్. అండ్ పీపుల్ ఆర్ ఫాలోయింగ్ దట్ అష్టాంగ యోగా ఫర్ కంట్రోలింగ్ ద మైండ్. Lot of people do this meditation, no? Why do people do meditation? To control your mind. So that at least that 20 minutes you don't pick up fight with your wife. Is that right, Shankar? Those 20-25 minutes you have peace, focus, no fights at home. Right? Right. So people are just sit like that for 20-25 minutes. Because that 20-25 minutes they are trying to withdraw from the external things and trying to focus on the core purpose. The same thing, how are we trying to do? What is chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra? Because if you are trying to withdraw and sit like that, okay, you have achieved something. But what you did not achieve further. But if you are able to withdraw and chant, you have double benefits. In that 20 minutes, మనస్సుని కేంద్రీకరించారు, భగవంతుడి మీద కూడా మనస్సు కేంద్రీకరించారు. Double benefit you are getting. So that's why Krishna consciousness japa is considered as a best tool for mind control. మనస్సును జయిస్తానికి ఈ మార్గం, నాట్ లైక్ దిస్ వన్. హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే 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 రామ 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 హరే, నాట్ లైక్ దట్. ఓకే.
So mind control, thinking detachment, the mind calm, sitting also. Okay.
Yes.
All the, to say,
Hustle and bustle of life.
and feel stress.
Correct. At least for some time, we have to try to detach and focus on our chanting. The people who are focusing on meditation, pyramid yoga, and those kind of yogas, they will say, Swasa Meda Dvasa Petandi. Because so many of us cannot sit at one place for 5 minutes. For me, it is very difficult to sit at one place for 10 minutes. My nature is very active, running around nature. For me, sitting at one place itself is a first task in bhakti. Then starts chanting. You see children, you have small children. Do they sit at one place? పరుగులు ఎడుతూనే ఉంటారు. వాళ్ళని ఒక చోట కూర్చోబెడితే 10 నిమిషాలు గిన్నిస్ బుక్ ఆఫ్ వరల్డ్ రికార్డ్స్. To make them sit for 10 minutes at one place is the highest achievement. Then comes the... So this is an important sloka, 7th sloka. Jitatmana prasantasya, jitatmana prashantasya, paramatma samahita,
आत्मा समाहितः
dukkeshu,
शीतोष्ण सुख दुःखेषु तथा मानापमानयो जितात्मना प्रशान्तस्य परमात्मा समाहितः शीतोष्ण सुख दुःखेषु तथा मानापमानयो.
Lavanya Mataji, you want to give it right? Jitatmana prashantasya paramatma samahitaha Sitoshna sukha dukkeshu tata manapamanayo. Manya, you want to recite, Nana? Please recite. Unmute Buji. Yeah.
जितात्मना प्रशस्त्य
Jitatmana prashantasya
परमात्मा समाहितः
paramatma samahitaha
शीतोष्ण सुख दुःखेषु
Sitoshna sukha dukkeshu
Tata manapamanayo.
Tata manapamanayo. Mana apamana. Manapamanayo. Very good, Nana. Very nice. Right. The one who has conquered the mind, super soul is already reached because he has attained the tranquility. Ante, to such a man, happiness and distress, heat and cold, honor and dishonor, all are the same. So, a person who has controlled the mind has controlled everything.
Because
the most difficult thing is to finally control the mind.
Anandabari chala bagundi cinema.
Somebody is talking. Let me mute them.
Em paadu?
Yeah. మనస్సుని అధిగమిస్తే అన్నిటినీ అధిగమించినట్టే. మనస్సుని అధిగమించకపోతే జీవితంలో ఏమీ అధిగమించనట్టే. సో కృష్ణ is telling one who has conquered his mind, such a man, happiness and distress, సుఖ దుఃఖాలు, heat and cold, వేడి చలి, honor and dishonor, మాన అపమానాలు ఏమీ ఆయన పట్టించు. If your mind is controlled, somebody calls you and say you are a stupid, what will you say? Hey, నేను స్టూపిడ్, నువ్వు స్టూపిడ్, మీ అమ్మ స్టూపిడ్, మీ నాన్న స్టూపిడ్, మీ అయ్య స్టూపిడ్, మీ తాత స్టూపిడ్ అని చెప్పి మొత్తం గంట తిడతావాడిని. బికాస్ యు ఆర్ ఇంటర్నల్లీ నాట్ స్టేబుల్. ఆడ ఒక్కటి తిట్టంగానే నువ్వు 100 తిట్లు తిడతావు. ఇఫ్ యువర్ మైండ్ is stable, you won't pick up an unnecessary fights. There is a nice expression in English, choose the battles you want to fight. Right? If your mind is not in control, we get irritated for every statement. We always look for external acknowledgement. Somebody praises you, you are happy. Somebody do not praise you, you are unhappy. You are totally external dependent. But if you are internally controlled, if your mind is in control, you have achieved everything in life. Right? We also observe, sometimes when you are in a cool mind, let's say you are in some public transport or some place, you are by mistake, you are hit by another person, hand came and hit you, it pained you also, you will say it's okay. But if you are not in a good mood, just their feet touches your feet, you'll start using all kinds of nonsense because you are not in a pleasant mood. చిన్నది కాలు తొక్కితేనే అన్ని రకాల సంస్కృతం వర్డ్స్ వచ్చేస్తాయి, జస్ట్ బికాస్ ఆఫ్ స్మాల్ థింగ్. లేదంటే ఒక్కోసారి పెద్ద తిరిగినా ఇట్స్ ఓకే, ఇట్స్ ఓకే, ఇట్స్ ఓకే, బికాస్ యు ఆర్ ఇన్ ఎ ప్లెజెంట్ మైండ్. హ్యావ్ యూ నోటీస్డ్ ఇట్ ఆర్ నాట్? Otherwise, small things also you get irritated. So Krishna is telling, if your mind is controlled, you have achieved the self-realization stage. Krishna never said it is easy. Arjuna says this one later on. Jnana vijnana truptatma kutasto vijitendriyaha yukta iti yuchyate yogi samalostrasma kanchanaha
లోకాష్టకాంచన
జ్ఞాన విజ్ఞాన తృప్తాత్మ
జ్ఞాన విజ్ఞాన తృప్తాత్మ
కూటస్థో విజితేంద్రియః
కూటస్థో విజితేంద్రియః
ఉచ్యతే యోగి
యుక్త ఇచ్యుతే యోగి
సమలోష్టాస్మ కాంచనః.
సమలోష్టాశ్మ కాంచనః.
Anybody can recite?
Prabhuji, shall I recite?
జ్ఞాన విజ్ఞాన తృప్తాత్మ కూటస్థో విజితేంద్రియః
Kotastu
యుక్త
vijitendriyaha
ఉచ్యతే యోగి
yuchyate yogi
సమలోష్టాస్మ కాంచనః.
samaloshtas.
So, a person is said to be established in self-realization, is called a yogi when he is fully satisfied by virtue of acquired knowledge and realization. Such a person is situated in transcendence and self-control. He sees everything, whether it be pebbles, stones, or gold, as the same. But what a sloka on Akshaya Tritiya. So, a person is said to be in self-realization when he is fully satisfied by virtue of acquired knowledge and realization. That means Krishna is saying, if you are internally very satisfied, you are not externally dependent, you are like self-realized. You are internally satisfied. యూ డోంట్ హ్యావ్ ఎక్స్టర్నల్ ఇన్ఫ్లుయెన్స్. బయట నుంచి మిమ్మల్ని చలింప చేసేది ఏమీ లేదు. చలింపకుండా మనస్సులో ఒక రకమైన స్థిత ప్రజ్ఞత ఏర్పడితే నువ్వు అటువంటి స్థితికి చేరుకున్నట్టని భగవంతుడు చెప్తున్నాడు. అటువంటి వాళ్ళకి బంగారము రాయి సమానమేనంట. చాలా కష్టం కదా మాతాజీస్? మాతాజీస్ చాలా కష్టమేనా? బంగారము రాయి సమానమేనా? కాదంటే కాదు. రైట్? సో యాక్చువల్లీ I think Sanatana Goswami only, touchstone, Sanatana Goswami only. I'll tell you a small story. One person goes to Sanatana Goswami and asks him, people told me that you have something very special, can you give me? So Sanatana Goswami says, what do you want? He says that there is something with you with which all the desires are fulfilled. Anni korikalu teeripotayi ante mee daggara edo undanta, touchstone. So then Sanatana Goswami says, it should be somewhere here, somewhere near the dustbin or something. He searches and finds and gets that one. Idenandi? Ade. Tiskelna? He goes home, he takes that stone, all his desires are fulfilled. You want gold, he gets gold. You want money, he gets money. You want name, he gets name. He wants prestige, he gets prestige. Everything is happening. He's happy. But he's fortunate. After 1 week, he starts thinking, if such a stone he has thrown it somewhere, that means he has something higher with him. అంతేనండి. నిజంగా అంత గొప్పదైతే అని బీరువాలో పెట్టుకుని 8 తాళాలు వేసుకుని జేబులో పెట్టుకుంటాడు కదా. And he said it should be somewhere lying here near dustbin. That means he has something higher with him than this touchstone. Then he comes back running and asks him, you have something which is higher than this one, that's why you are ignoring this one. Then he says, you understood. Come, I will tell you. He says, yes, please tell me. He says, throw the touchstone in the water, then I'll tell you. He strictly went and throws the touchstone in the water. Then he gives him the bhakti, Krishna bhakti. He says, that is higher. ఈ కోరికలు ఏం చేస్తాయి మిమ్మల్ని? మళ్ళీ ఈ సంసారంలో పునరతి జననం పునరతి మరణం. Again, this touchstone is giving you again into this one. It is giving you money, gold, everything. With that, what will you get? More ego, more pride. That I have everything. I have touchstone. So what will happen? Again, falling down. So then he gives him Krishna Bhakti and then he gives him Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Then he is happy that he got something higher. బంగారాన్ని వసగేదానికన్నా గొప్పది ఏంటంటే హరినామం. So on this Akshaya Tritiya, we need to understand what is more valuable, gold or Harinam. Does it mean that you need to throw the gold in your house on the road?
I just think that
That's where I am telling. ఈ సంసారము తుచ్చము, ఈ నగలు తుచ్చము. I am not telling you to throw the gold on the road. Understand that gold is valuable, but it is valuable on the material plane. But what is more valuable? Krishna. Krishna Nama. That is called Yukta Vairagya. Chi, ee dhanam nenu muttukonu. Is Tuchya Vairagya. What is Yukta Vairagya? Yes, gold is useful. Yes. There we are constructing a new temple, Mataji. You have 5 kilos of gold, please give 250 grams. For the new temple, please give 250 grams because you have 5 kilos. That is Yukta Vairagya. Use it for Krishna. But understand in your heart that this is also temporary. It cannot lead you to Krishna. By having 100 kilos of gold in your locker, you are not eligible to open Krishna Prema. Satya. You can connect to Krishna Prema through bhakti only. That consciousness is Akshaya Tritiya consciousness, Krishna consciousness. ఏది చేస్తే తృతీయం అవుతుంది, ఏది చేస్తే అక్షయం అవుతుంది, ఏది చేస్తే నేను భగవంతుడి దగ్గరికి చేరుకుంటాను, ఏది చేస్తే భగవంతుడి మనసుకి నేను దగ్గర అవుతాను, అది హరినామం. హరినామం is the highest than everything. I'm telling to myself also. Prabhuji, by sitting here, it's not that I'm a perfect person. I'm not a sannyasi. I have not reached that stage of mind control, sthita pragnata, samadrushti. I'm also a struggling sadhaka. I'm telling to myself through this opportunity of the class. Next. Soham mitrari udasina madhyastatvesha bandhushu sudashva apicha papeshu
साधुष्वपि च
sadhusva papeshu
साधुष्वपि च पापेषु
samabhuddhirvishishyate.
समबुद्धिर्विशिष्यते
Soham mitrari udasina
सुहन्मित्राणि उदासीन
madhyastatvesha bandhushu
यस्त्यद्वेषबन्धुषु
sadhusva apicha papeshu
साधुष्वपि च पापेषु
samabhuddhirvishishyate.
समबुद्धिर्विशिष्यते.
Anybody online want to recite?
Prabhuji, shall I recite?
Please.
Suhrun mitrarudasina
Sohrum mitrari budasina
madhyastadvesha bandhushu
Okay, continue, Prabhu. Raghav Prabhu.
sadhushvapi cha papeshu samabuddhirvishishyate.
Sadhusvapi. Okay. A person is considered further advanced when he regards honest, well-wishers, affectionate, benefactors, neutral, mediators, envious, friends, enemies, pious, sinners, all with the equal mind. Telugulo చదవండి మాతాజీ ఒకసారి. So this is connecting to Samadrushti Pandita Samadarshana. You remember the sloka? Brahmane Gavihastini. Last week we discussed that sloka. So what is that sloka is telling? See everyone equally from spiritual point of view, not material point of view. Material point of view, snake is a snake, a brahmana is a brahmana, a king is a king. Like that, there are differences. But from a spiritual point of view, everybody is a struggling soul. Even though you are an Ambani, you are also a struggling soul. That means you are in this body, in this material world means you did not go to Goloka Vrindavan. That means you are also a struggling soul. Yes, but we respect you for whatever great work you are doing or whatever it may be, right? So, how do you know that you are advanced? If you are able to see everybody equally. Seeing friends, family equally is okay. See equally the people who envy you. See equally the people who are your enemies. And also see equally the sinners. This is custom. This is difficult. ఈ శత్రువుని కూడా ద్వేషించొద్దు అంటారు. That is what is Sanatana Dharma. Sanatana Dharma says, don't even envy your enemies. Right? Actually, our Sanatana Dharma has got very good points. Shatru intiki vachina annam pettali antaru. That is not the time to take revenge. Maryada Ramanna movie. Shatru intiki vachina annam pettali. That is the Sanatana Dharma is saying. So Krishna is telling, don't hate the sinner. Hate the sin. You understood it? తప్పుని హేట్ చేయండి కానీ తప్పు చేసిన వాడిని ద్వేషించొద్దు. ఆ ద్వేషం కూడా బంధానికి కారణం. There are two enemies. 24/7 they were dveshing each other. Next life they are born as brothers in the same family. And they are continuing the fight for their father's property for next to 30 years in the court of law. How did that enmity come? It did not come overnight. It was coming from your past life. That's why people are fighting in court of law for some small property. So much rich people also, ego ki poyi oka chinna property koso they fight. I know some of our distant relatives. That old lady, very rich father passed away. That old lady has given almost like 20-30 crores of property to her 3 sons. She kept a little. She did not distribute that. And all the 3 sons disowned her for the rest of the life because she did not settle that 10% of the money. 90% she has already given. For the 10% Kelia, they have disowned her mother. And her daughters were taking care of it. And when she died, one son even did not come. What do you call it? ఏమంటారు ప్రభుజీస్ మాతాజీ పోయేప్పుడు కట్టుకుపోతామండి అంత శత్రుత్వం మనకు అవసరమా? Yeah. See, once you have this kind of mental, doesn't mean that you accept exploitation. Let's say somebody is exploiting you. I'm not saying that in the name of humility, beat me more. One here, one here, one here. Gandhiji said if somebody is beating here, somebody show this one also. But if somebody is beating here also, again will you show here? If he's beating non-stop, left, right, will you keep showing? That is not humility. Humility doesn't mean that show your cheek to get beaten anytime. That is not humility. Please don't misunderstand. You fight for your rights, but understand what is worth fighting. There are so many people. What is that place called, Prabhu, in the Bhakti Vedanta? Hospice. Hospice. You know hospice? What is hospice? Yeah. One step closer to the crematorium. Not physically. That hospice might be 40 kilometers away from the nearest crematorium, but you are one step away from the crematorium. Hospice people, if you interview them, they will tell you all these kinds of things because they are terminally ill, they are dying. There were a lot of people who said this one. Honestly, I fought with my brother for 20-30 years. What is your last wish? I want to say sorry to my brother before I die. At least before dying, he had that repentance. Otherwise, in the next life, Pamu Mungisa Laga, they will continue their enmity. Prabhujis and Matajis, it is very dangerous carrying the enmity that in the next life also you will show the enmity. You hate somebody, Krishna will give you opportunity to continue to hate them. As brothers, Attagara Adavarsu, whatever it may be. Krishna will create special relationships that he will give you opportunity to continue hate, to continue to fight. So, what is the best way? Settle the score as soon as possible. Settle the score as soon as possible so that you don't need to carry all these things into the next life. What do you mean by the settle the scores? To kill the other person. That is not what I said to settle the score. Settle the score means forgive. And understand that this is happening because of my karmic reactions. కర్మానుసారి జరుగుతుందనో లేకపోతే ఈశ్వరేచ్ఛ లేకుండా ఇలా జరగదు కదా అని అనుకోవటమో అవతల వాళ్ళు అజ్ఞానంతో ఉన్నారని క్షమించటమో అది చేసుకుని అందులోంచి మనం బయటికి రావాలి. ఆ బంధంలోంచి బయటికి రాకపోతే ఆఖరి నిమిషం వరకు వాళ్ళ మీద ద్వేషం పెంచుకుంటే ఆ ద్వేషం సెటిల్ చేసుకోవడానికి మళ్ళీ పుట్టాలి. మళ్ళీ కర్మ చేస్తాం, మళ్ళీ పుడుతున్నాం. ఇన్ అవర్ ఓన్ ఇంట్రెస్ట్ start settling as many scores as possible well before your last breath.
This is a vast person. Consider all people as equal. What about one children?
We are in the process to get there. Krishna is talking, what is that word? Arukshur. And second word, Yogarudha. We are all Arukshur, starting stage. But what is our goal? Yogarudha. What is our goal? Sthita Pragnata. What is our goal? Samadrishti. Please don't think that this is all not for me. Don't think that, no, Shankar Prabhu has asked a very beautiful question. Don't think that, no, this is for advanced people, this is for self-realized people. Why are we discussing this one? A marathon runner. Any marathon runners here? Half marathon? No. Full marathon also you can do? Wow. 41 kilometers. So a marathon runner is preparing eventually for the 41-kilometer run. The day one of his practice, what is his goal? Full marathon. Is he ready for full marathon on day one? But what is his goal? Full marathon. First step is run for 500 meters without... right? Second step is 1 kilometer. Like that, slow. But what is your goal? I want to do full marathon or I want to do half marathon. Right? Our situation is exactly like that. That our goal is samadrushti. Our goal is pita pragnata. Our goal is all the whatever we are discussing, the self-realized stage. So at this stage, it looks very difficult, but we need to practice this. They cannot become overnight. Can I run overnight by practicing running in my dream? After 6 months of dreaming, Prabhuji, yesterday I ran from here to Vijayawada, Prabhu. Tomorrow I am going to run to Chennai. In the dream, if I keep running, can I really run my marathon? No. So that's why we need to practice this. By practicing this one, we'll get from there. Don't think that this is out of scope. All these slokas are our goal to get there. Krishna is telling practice, practice, practice. Baby steps. Hello, how do we practice? Huh? One step at a time by chanting. Prabhujis and Matajis, there is a lot of connection between chanting and all these things what we are reading in Bhagavad Gita. Let's say you have deep attachment to something. The chanting will help you to reduce that attachment. That chanting will help us to control our mind. Let's say you have so much of anger. That chanting will help to reduce our anger. You have so much of animosity towards a person. That chanting will help you to reduce that. This is what is called dependence on Krishna. Plus your endeavor, your own effort. Next time you are trying to get angry, hold on. Hold on. This is not the time. This is not worth to pick up the battle now. Such a small thing. Self-practice plus constant sadhana, spiritual sadhana. All these things will help you to get to these beautiful goals. 10. Yogi yunjita satatam atmanam rahasi stitaha ekakiyata chintatma nirashir aparigraha yogi yunjita satatam atmanam rahasi stitaha ekakiyata chintatma nirashir aparigraha. So a gnani or a sadhaka or a person who is advanced should always engage his body, mind and self in relation with Supreme. He should live alone in a secluded place and should always carefully control his mind. He should be free from desire and feelings of possessiveness. So people say that as you age, when you have to do Vanaprastha, this is a qualification of Vanaprastha, not watching IPL throughout the day.
Double letter.
Huh?
That is something double letter.
Yeah. So engage the body, mind and self in relation with the Supreme. Ante manasa vacha karmana Bhagavantudu kosam panjedi. Second, try to live in a secluded place. As I told you, right, Krishna is talking about Ashtanga Yoga and all here. This is not so much suitable for people like us. But we are trying to understand and connect through this one. Try to live in a secluded place. For us, living in a secluded place means trying to detach from things and control the mind. Freedom from desires and feelings of possessiveness. This is what which will help us to progress in bhakti. Entandi? First point enti? Manasa vacha karmana Bhagavantudiతో ఉండటం. 2, భౌతికమైన విషయాల నుంచి దూరంగా ఉండటానికి ప్రయత్నిస్తాం. 3, మనస్సుని నియంత్రించాలి. 4, కోరికల్ని తగ్గించుకోవాలి. 5, ఇది నాది అన్న భావన నుంచి బయటికి. So trying to control the mind, work for Krishna, control the desires and consider that reduce the detachment that this ye mera hai, this is mine, me, possessiveness. Start thinking that everything belongs to Krishna. This is a way to make progress in the path of bhakti. We'll do this and then close today. What is the time now?
9:10.
9:10. We can do 10 more minutes.
This sloka.
This sloka? Yes. Raghunandan Prabhu said that's it. Suchaudete pratishthapya stiram asanamatmana nati uchirtam nati nicham chailajina kushottaram tatraikagram manakrutva yata chitendriya kriyah उपवासियासाने युज्या उपवासियस्याने युज्या योगम आत्मा विशुद्धये शुचौ देशे प्रतिष्ठाप्य स्थिरम् आसनमात्मना नातिमुच्चीर्तं नातिनीचं चैलाञ्जीना कुशोत्तरम् तत्रैकाग्रं मनः क्रीत्वा यथा चितेन्द्रियक्रियः उपविश्यासने युञ्जात् योगम् आत्मा विशुद्धये. So Krishna is now telling about the yoga, about the, in the sense like dhyana, ashtanga yoga, how to follow. Okay. Go to a secluded place. First point. Lay some kusha grass. Then put a deer skin or a soft cloth. Then the seat should not be neither too high nor should be too low. And it should be in secluded place, sacred place. The yogi should sit on it firmly and practice the yoga to purify the heart by controlling his mind, senses and activities and fixing the mind on one point. So what is the key takeaway? Immediately go and hunt a deer.
Yes. Get arrested also. That person also.
Yes. Go hunt a deer is the takeaway from this sloka. So what is Krishna telling? He is asking us to go to a secluded place. Choose a seat which is not too high or too low, something you are comfortable. Put a deer skin or a soft cloth on top of it. And then sit firmly and then start controlling your mind, senses and activities. That is what Krishna is telling to do that one. Yeah, he's talking ergonomics so that you don't have back pain by sitting like this. Krishna is telling, nitarga, sahasra mooladhara chakra nunchi sahasrakara chakram varaku ila nitarga శరీరాన్ని కూర్చోబెట్టి మనస్సుని నిగ్రహించి కోరికలు నిగ్రహించి బాహ్యమైనటి పనులు నిగ్రహించి పరమాత్మ మీద ఫోకస్ చేయాలి. Can we do this?
Yes.
You can do this? Very good.
I can do this.
You can do this? Very good. You are a yogi. I can't do this. How many of you can do this?
Except deer skin.
Except deer skin. You can go for artificial deer skin on Amazon. Right? So the real deer skin, you will be 20 years in the jail. Right? Why deer skin? Do you know that one? Why not sheep skin? Why not other skins? Deer skin do not attract the insects. Snakes and insects, it doesn't attract. So especially when people are going to the forest, when you are sitting there and doing it, they don't want constantly. They don't want to do all that kinds of things. They want to focus on dhyana. Right? Yeah. So at home you are disturbed by so many people. Go to the forest, then you are disturbed by insects and snakes and mosquitoes. Then what are you getting? So deer skin will not attract any insects. So they will not come on the deer skin and then eventually they will not come on your body. That's why deer skin. There is a scientific reason for that. So Krishna is telling, this is the way Ashtanga yogis try to do that one. Are we Ashtanga yogis? We are all family men. We are all in the samsara. So for us, what is sacred place? Vrindavana Dham, Puri Dham, Madhura Dham. That is our sacred place. So what we need to do? Krishna is basically for us how to interpret this one. That after you reach a certain stage, after your retirement, try to go to a dham and try to meditate as much as possible and try to detach from all kinds of nonsense. That is our vanaprastha, not to go to forest.
Other program we are going next Sunday.
You are going to Puri next Sunday? Hari Bol. You understood? That is what Krishna is telling that we need to follow. So, therefore, in the Brihadanaradiya Purana, it is said that in the Kali Yuga, when people in general are short-lived, slow in spiritual realization, and always disturbed by various anxieties, the best way of spiritual realization is Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Prabhupada said, put on AC if you want. That's okay. But not to sleep, to chant. You want to sit in a nice sofa? Sit. Do anything you want. But for what? To chant. Use the facilities given by Krishna for chanting. You have an AC on a summer afternoon, 2 o'clock. If you are drenched up with sweat, you cannot focus. So you are putting the AC to chant, fine, that's okay. If you have a nice sofa given by Krishna, that's okay. You have all these facilities given by Krishna, use it. For what? For chanting. For focusing on Krishna. Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Namaiva Kevalam, Alau Nasteva, Gatir Anyatha. What does it mean? There is nothing, Nasteva, 3 times, because we are all Mandabuddhi. So Krishna is telling 3 times, Vinu, Nasteva, Harinamaniki minchindi ledu, Harinamaniki minchindi ledu. So, 6th chapter, how do we connect to us? By connecting to Harinama Sankirtan. This is the greatness of Srila Prabhupada. Otherwise, we read the 6th chapter and we'll always start thinking N.A. Not applicable. That's how we start thinking not applicable. But Prabhupada made this also applicable to us. Prabhupada said, in your situation, go to secluded place means going to Vrindavan. Is Vrindavan secluded place? It is more busier than your old city. But still, you are going there because it is Dham. That Dham has got that purity. And so many great saints walked on that place. So by rolling on the road, by walking on the road, you are getting the footdust of Vaishnavas. Vaishnavula yokka pada dhuli మన తలకి తగులుతుంది. తగిలి అనేక జన్మల నుంచి చేసిన పాపం గాని, అనేక జన్మల నుంచి మనం భగవంతుడికి ఎంత దూరం వెళ్ళిపోయావో అటువంటి అసత్సంగాన్ని నుంచి భగవంతుడు మనకి దూరం చేసి మనకి భక్తి మార్గం వైపు నడిపిస్తాడని చెప్తారు. అండర్స్టూడ్? హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే హరే, హరే రామ్ 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 హరే హరే. హరే కృష్ణ. ఎనీ క్వశ్చన్స్? Any questions? What is in the prasadam? That is the only question. Namaste Narasingaya. Pranadadayine. Hiranyakashi Purvakshaka Hilakamikanaye Ito Narasimha Bharato Narasimha Yeto ya Vitato Narasimha Mahir Narasimha Rudraye Narasimha Jai Jagadish Hare, Jai Jagadish Hare. Let's read. Kama Kaya Kama Sabhaje Nama Adhuka Shringa Halita Hidya Harijo Hare. Jai Jagadish Hare, Jai Jagadish Hare. Jaya Narasimha Dev, Narasimha Dev, Narasimha Dev, Jaya Narasimha Dev, Narasimha Dev, Narasimha Dev. Narasimha Dev, Jaya Narasimha Dev, Jaya Bala Bala, Jaya Bala. Bala Bala, Jaya Bala, Jaya Bala. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya 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 Guru Dev, Guru Dev, Guru Dev, Jaya Jaya Guru Dev. Jaya Jaya Guru Dev, Guru Dev, Guru Dev, Jaya Jaya Guru Dev. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. भक्ति विज्ञानासिक नरसिंह भगवान की जय, भक्त शिरोमणि प्रहलाद महाराज की नामाचार्य श्रील हरिदास ठाकुर की जय, पावन हरिनाम संकीर्तन यज्ञ की हरिर्नाम 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 केवलम कलौ नास्तैव 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 गतिरन्यथा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे। अभय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की संवेद भक्त वृंद की पांचा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिंधुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो Hare Krishna, Prabhuji's Mataji's. Before we close, today evening we have the Nauka Vihar in BHL, and I wanted all of you to please plan your evening and come there. No expectations. Come, sing, dance, eat, and go. That's all. What is? Come, sing, dance, eat, go back. Bring your family, bring your friends. If some of your family members are not so interested to listen to Bhagavad Gita, my boring lectures, that's okay. Please bring them to the evening Nauka Vihar. Let them see and enjoy that whole mahol, that beautiful decoration, flower decoration, lighting, music. Let them come and feel all that fun. Plus, please try to bring your family, friends, whomever you have, try to come there. You have the address. Prabhuji will remind again with the address and the timings. You are very busy, come at least for 1 hour.
From 5 to 8, 9 o'clock.
You are after busy, come for half an hour. You are bavars like me, come for 3 hours, 4 hours. Come for 3-4 hours, come there by 5:30. There are so many people yesterday, whole night, they were plucking flowers. Day before yesterday, they were doing so much of seva, decorating, painting that Nava and all. They were doing all those beautiful activities for the last 48 hours, and around 15 people are planning this for the last 15-20 days. Why? Why are they doing all these things? For the pleasure of Krishna and for all of us to experience this festival. Okay? All your OTTs you can watch any day. There will be replays. But this one, there is no replays. Don't say that, Prabhuji, I'll watch the video later. We'll never watch. How many of the missed Bhagavad Gita classes recordings you heard? I have some 75 to 100 lectures pending to listen. Listen, watch later. Watch later is later. I think some of them are for my next life. Watch in the next life. That's it. Huh? Yes. So please take out some time and come in the evening, whether you have half an hour, 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. Andaru vachi, please be a part of the Nauka Vihar Yatra. We'll post, Prabhu, post in the online group also, because there are some online who are in Hyderabad itself. Some of them are outside. It is in BHL, not very far. It is not in LB Nagar or somewhere. It is BHL, hardly 7-8 kilometers for us. So please come. How many of you are coming this evening? Still some people are hesitating to come. Prabhujis, who have still not raised your hand, what is stopping you? Huh? సాయంకాలం రావడానికి ఎందుకు ఆలోచిస్తున్నారు కొంతమంది? మా ఆయన్ని అడగాలండి, మా ఆవిడని అడగాలండి, ఎన్ని దొంగ మాటలు. షాపింగ్కి వెళ్తున్నప్పుడు మా ఆయన్ని అడుగుతారా? నేను చాలా విన్నాను. మనకు కావాల్సినవి చేసుకునేప్పుడు ఎవరి పర్మిషన్ అవసరం లేదు. దేవుడికి వచ్చేసరికి మా ఆయన్ని అడగాలండి, మా వైఫ్ని అడగాలండి, ఆవిడకి ఇంట్రెస్ట్ లేదండి. Because we don't want to go, we'll search 100 reasons. If we want to go, ena kena prakarena, we will go. So if you make a desire in your heart that I should be a part of it this evening, you will come. 5:30, 5 o'clock onwards. 5 onwards. Hare Krishna. Thank you all. Please accept some prasadam, and we will meet again next week to continue to the 6th chapter.
Also, I want to announce that in
Please.
Bhakti Center, every day, 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. they are doing Mangalarati. So whoever is interested to see how Mangalarati is done or want to learn, so you can attend. We
Yes.
started that.
Yes, Prabhu, I think we should do one day here also, or we take everybody
So first,
there, so that they will all understand what is Mangalarati, how it is done.
They are doing this morning 7 a.m. and evening 7 p.m. So,
Hare Krishna. Thank you all. Thank you all. We'll see you next week.
So praise Prasad.